Forward TV. The world is thinking.
Comparing Europe and America as two different, we are disadvantaged. And I think the benefit of all this economic turmoil, what we are starting to see is a little bit longitudinal long-term view from the street versus a quarter-to-quarter view. But you are absolutely right. If sometimes we'll even have these dialogues within the company, I said, goodness gracious, if we were not a public limited company, we would have made very different strategic decisions relative to quarter performance. I think that by far but I'll tell you one thing. One of the things we are starting to learn, and we learned it from the CEO of Nestle, who has the benefit of actually speaking based in Geneva, was he said, if I actually listened to the street and operated by what you guys evaluate me for, I would not go into Russia and get into the chocolate business. And he has since went about 4 years ago. And I think we are starting to see that as a better tack to take in the US. But it's kind of difficult when you're the only, if there's only one or two companies trying to do that, you get pummeled on your stock price instantly. And my hope is with all the changes we have seen in the economy, the benefit is the American resilience will start to build back, which were at one time about long-term strategic, technological, and innovative thinking, which had we have lost as a company, as a culture, I think, in our country.
Yeah.
And this hopefully will be the benefit of that. I mean, so that's my answer to your question. The pain is, it's pretty painful, is the basic bottom line. You have no pain is the answer. But
yeah, I was going to say hopefully as we come out of the current economic situation, there's going to be a more realistic set of criteria that you're going to be managed against. I mean, it was a couple of years ago, if you weren't growing 15% a year, you were bummed. Now, if, Jaya and I can't get people to eat 15% more forever. Maybe you can get them to do that for a little bit, but 15% more, it's like having a sustainable growth plan that you're growing with or ahead of population is entirely realistic for probably 90% of the businesses. And getting that realism reflected in your conversations with the street is what's important. Now, there are going to be times where you're going to have, acceleration of trends because you got into a new business, but that maniacal, I have to run, have to do it 15% every year, led to bad behavior, led to where we are right now. Frankly, for hedge fund managers, had unrealistic expectations. CEOs had unrealistic expectations. It's sustainable growth that makes companies great. And you know what? If you can grow your business 3% a year for 10 years running, you're going to have a better stock price at the end of a decade than the guys that go boom splat. And
one interesting point, as you mentioned, 3 of 5 companies in America do not pay taxes in America. I mean, that's a very little known fact. And a lot of that is because of the way the businesses are managed in the US. And I think in some respect, if American corporations actually pay tax in America, it would do a lot of good for the total country as a whole. And I'd argue a lot of that is short-term behavior of how the street operates and how we tend to respond to that behavior. We keep our funds outside, everything is kept outside the country. Right. And it kind of is self-inflicting damage when you look at it. I mean, think of it. It was a staggering piece of data I'd never known a recognition of till recently about how low the percentage of companies are that actually pay taxes.